Now, last night I planned to study the false grip, which is a particular grip that they use, but Collingwood were pumping the GWS Giants and I found that more interesting. However, what I did get from that, if I grab the rings from up high and I turn them inwards, basically this part of your wrist sits in the ring and it makes it a hell of a lot easier. So there's 3 movements I've been doing with these. The first one is just a basic hold, and I might do that for up to 60 seconds. When I first started, I was doing 5 seconds and I was like, that, I'm better now. I can do it for 60 seconds. Yeah. The other movement, I stand like this. I drop to my knees and do a dip. Why do I do that? Because I'm not quite strong enough to do dips on this yet, even with the false grip. I might be able to do one, but it looks ugly, and doing multiple is just not possible. The third and final movement I do on them, I usually extend these to maximum like that, and I just do push-ups. Similar to the parallel bar push-up where I can get in a crazy super deep range. Not only have these, I reckon, made my chest a bit bigger, right? In terms of shoulder stability, guys like Matt Wanning teach you bench press with power bands hanging on kettlebells and stuff. You do them, it makes your scapulars panic and want to shake and you have to stabilize them. This does exactly that, but you don't have to look like a weirdo in the gym putting power bands on your barbell with kettlebell hanging off it and shit like that. The other thing, my front delts, man, are always sore when I do this. So they're overworking, my chest is overworking, I'm getting stimulated. It's not directly making my skill at bench press better, but it's making my chest stronger and preparing me with a nice foundation to a big, solid bench press. In terms of difficulty, when I'm doing push-ups and stuff, yeah, all I need to do, a little further forward if I want to make it easier, and then closer to horizontal when I want to make it harder. I like using my knees for this one because it prevents me from going super deep and getting any clicks in my elbows and shoulders. I know I'm not going to the full range, but in this range, I'm very active. I'm also building up resistance, so when it is time to go a bit deeper, I don't have to worry about this. I can fully concentrate on that deeper stretch. I also notice about these that, like, say you're doing some kind of dip, yeah, it's fixed. If your shoulder or your elbow clicks on a particular range, when it's locked in, there's nothing you can do about it except for avoid that range or do a different exercise. With the rings, if I'm pressing straight and I feel like one of my joints is slightly getting compromised, it's about to click, I can go from pronated grip to neutral in the movement, and I just have more control. I actually prefer this over parallel bars because when I'm on a super deep range or I'm going wide with the parallel bars, when I'm in that position in a bench press, I'm in that habit of bending the bar and pushing out sideways. Pushing out sideways actually helps stability on a ring like this. But with the parallel bars, if it's not a grippy surface, I do the splits with my arms. The entire time I'm trying to flex my tricep out. With that particular set, trying to build some chest. I'm actually squeezing in slightly, which is against the grain to what I usually do when I'm pressing heavy. So I just feel like because it's a new exercise, right, it's just easier to target that. Whereas doing that on a bench press, it ruins my technique. So I'm thinking of pressing heavy, and there's a particular technique. But if I alter that technique, I might get weaker, I might get injured. But if I'm doing a whole new exercise, I'm building skill in that exercise, then it's like a new blueprint. I'm moving away from the press and doing this just temporarily, and I'll be back hitting heavy benches soon. So try those 3 chest movements. Let me know how it goes in the comments, and hopefully your chest grows as much as mine did from this movement. I'm Marvin, and subscribe to Strength Chronicles.